So in Indiana, I don't know what's up right now. Like southern states are going crazy with legislation. Likely as part of a coordinated effort to try and, you know, get a bunch of things before the conservative Supreme Court. Indiana's Attorney General has just set up a website for students in public schools across the state to report teachers talking about socialism. It's literally a reporting mechanism for teachers talking about socialism. It's called Eyes on Education. And this is from Rolling Stone just today. Indiana Attorney General sets up website for snitching on socialist teachers. Todd Rocketa has launched a portal where citizens can tattle on woke educators. It's a privacy disaster for obvious reasons. Yeah. Indiana isn't even a southern state. It is now. I'm considering it officially southern. Y'all gave us Mike Pence, okay? We do have a Democrat running for governor in the next election. Well, please, for the love of God, get him in. Imagine Libs of TikTok, but created by a state government to pillory public school teachers. That's the gist of a new project launched by Indiana Attorney General Todd Rocketa, who has created a portal called Eyes on Education that encourages members of the public to tattle on teachers they believe are pushing woke content onto kids. So it's like if your kid comes home and says, Miss Kerbapple taught us today that there used to be slavery in America and that it was bad. And then the parent is just like, "Oh, well. Huh. That sounds kind of woke to me. Time to report Mrs. Kerbapple on the internet machine." God. Enables self-styled whistleblowers to submit evidence to the state of objectionable curricula, policies, or programs, and the site presents a selection of such content organized by school district. The new state website asserts it's nonpartisan, claiming to be interested in rooting out political ideology, either left or right. But then when he announced the launch of the portal earlier this month, Rocketa made the bias of the project clear, insisting Eyes on Education exists to expose examples of socialist indoctrination in the classroom and seeks to highlight destructive teaching practices that divide kids from their parents and from what Rocketa deems normal society. So basically, if a parent learns that their child's teacher has a pride flag in the classroom, that's a report. If they learned that, if they learned that their child learned the founding fathers owned slaves, that's a report. If they learned that the teacher has a book in the classroom that they object to, that's a report. Frankly, one of the things you have to take into consideration here is that we now know that the vast majority of books banned in Florida come as a result of 10 women reporting various books in various districts throughout the state. You know? So, imagine what another 10 conservative psycho people could do in Indiana with a system like this that is endorsed by the state. Yeah, just 10 women were enough to decimate thousands of books from the curriculum of Florida schools. With a system like this, they could just systematically get teachers fired for anything and everything. That they just don't like them. They have a Jewish sounding name. That's a report. Oh, they learned that capitalism might not be the best system in the entire whole wide world? That's a report. They learned about communist China? That's a report. But the thing is, Catalina Gearbox, this isn't for the teens. Though teens could certainly be weaponized to, like, essentially spy on teachers and report on them. This is for parents to report on their kids' teachers. So it doesn't even matter necessarily if a parent has a student at that school. If they, like, find something on social media about a teacher, they can report that. If they find something that they find objectionable in the media, they can report that. You know? The vast majority of challenged voter registrations in Georgia were reported by 6 dudes. Yeah, like, that's the thing. As a Zennial, this frightens me. It should. It should. Yeah, students could lie about teachers they don't like. There's very little oversight to this entire system. But this is, the beginning of this article is correct. This is essentially reproducing libs of TikTok, but making it an official government process. All 100 state house districts, 25 state senate districts, governor and attorney general are all up for election in Indiana this November. Not looking too great, but we'll see. Rocketa might actually lose. The Dem candidate is pretty good. I mean, one can hope, but, like, this type of, like, stunt work right before the election is intended to radicalize the Republican base, you know? This is the thing that gives them, essentially, like, more rage to feed off of. Wait, can we have the link for not spam? I don't know what that means, Avalon of Babylon. Yep, but see, there's the thing, boomers and some Gen Xers were poisoned by the propaganda that socialism was the most evil thing. Well, yeah, of course. The fascism is the point, guys. The silencing is the point. When I was doing my postdoc, the kids who took my classes routinely wrote all sorts of nonsense about the classes, and they didn't have any sort of political axes to grind. They were just being dicks. Yeah, I bet. Oh, Avalon wants to look at the report site. Is this the link? No. Eyes on Education. Is this it? Is this even it? No. Indiana. Here, this should have the link. Here we go. So, I'm just gonna put this in chat, and with the warning that, again, none of you, not a single one of you, should go to this website and input junk info, okay? That would be very bad and dishonest, okay? So don't do that. Whoa, code mode. You can't just make a bot to spam false reports. Definitely don't do that. Yeah, that would be un-American, guys. I think instead you should support this website. Okay? You should support this website and give it all of the information you possibly can, okay? Make it as useful to them as possible by providing all the information you possibly can. That would be the most American thing to do. Certainly don't get ChatGPT to make up responses. Yeah, don't do that. Important thing to know about clogging these kinds of things with bad info, it has to be believable. True, but we're not clogging it with bad info. We're clogging it with real info. Anyway, after our office consistently heard from student parents and teachers about objectionable curricula policies and programs affecting children, we launched Eyes on the Education portal. You know, what's interesting about this is even if you bought into this premise, right? Even if you bought into the premise that is being put out here, oh, we found out that about objectionable curricula policies and programs, but instead of doing anything about it, we just launched a reporting program, a reporting portal. How about instead you fix the objectionable materials? The issue is that would require them to actually do something that might make the people in power look bad. Instead, they're offloading that work onto an information portal. It seems more distant from the actual politicians in power, so no one has to take accountability for it. Oh, no, it wasn't me who banned that piece of the curriculum. It was the people.